As you know, 2020 has been a year of isolation and distance. At St. Francis Neighborhood Center, the unprecedented challenges posed by the COVID-19 pandemic necessitated a reframing of community and what it means to be connected in an era of separation.
In thinking about connectedness, we were reminded of the phenomenon of quantum entanglement, wherein a group of particles, once connected, will share that connection over vast swaths of time and space. Once these particles interact, they are changed on a fundamental level and can no longer be described independently of one another.
We are those particles, St. Francis Neighborhood Center, the families we serve, and you. We have impacted one another, and those invisible bonds persist through our isolation.
This month's High School Career Day serves as the perfect example. We hosted a virtual opportunity for our high school students to speak with career specialists from different fields so that they could learn the specifics of the job, the education required, alternative paths, and advice for someone planning to pursue a career in that field.
We expected our youth to be impacted by the experience, but there was an unintended result. The career specialists, all leaders in their respective field, were equally impacted by the experience.
Everyone involved came away with a renewed sense of optimism. The high schoolers got to see what paths their futures might hold, and the career specialists got to see the promise in the next generation. The impact didn't end when Career Day ended. They're a community now, in their own right, entangled.
Amidst the initial chaos and uncertainty of the pandemic and the stay-at-home order, the digital divide revealed a digital chasm, and what was once an organizational priority became a necessity. How could the children we serve learn in isolation without internet or computer access? How could they thrive without connectivity?
But we were already connected, plugged into the dire situation and its solution. Entangled in a newly vacant mobile computer lab, an existing partner, and the support of our community, there was connectivity.
Within 10 days, 75 laptops were in the hands of our youth. 35 families had internet access, and that digital chasm wasn't quite so vast. Today, we are working to close the gap on our $6.5 million fundraising goal and preparing to break ground on the renovation and expansion of our center, the beating heart of our neighborhood.
While we delight in a future where we can gather again without fear, this experience has taught us that community is so much deeper than a shared space.
Community is the connection between all of us, the change we feel on a quantum level when we impact one another.
Your recurring contribution will keep our lights on, our youth engaged, and our community strengthened. Even after the final brick is placed and the paint is dry, we'll still need your support. To keep these particles spinning across time and space, to keep our community learning and growing, we're launching our campaign to sustain.
When our families struggle, we know you feel it too. That's why when we had an 1,800% increase in emergency requests this year, you stepped up and helped us reach our $75,000 goal.
Without you, we wouldn't have been able to address over 90% of the emergency requests and reach over 1,400 individuals. With every contribution, you are changing lives forever. Each life you touch with the support of St. Francis Neighborhood Center creates those invisible, inexorable bonds that comprise the true definition of community.
Albert Einstein called quantum entanglement spooky action from a distance, and that's what we're witnessing in this moment. Across the distance, there is action. The end of generational poverty begins with action. The end of generational poverty begins with you. Contribute today to reaffirm these bonds and take action from a distance.
The end of generational poverty begins here.